All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'akwadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect, Shalom and Barakatham. Uh, quick lesson, man, on this article came out 7 hours ago, but we already kind of knew a lot of this, but there's a video I watched, Lord willing, I could post a link or something to it, but this is a trend, okay? And you're gonna find out that about half of all the CEOs have announced or have not announced, but it's been disclosed that they all have some level of bunker or getaway or retreat, all right? And they're all speaking about it being ready for this year, coming into 2024, man. Now, right here it says Mark Zuckerberg's $100 million bunker sounds right out of a video game. All right. Now, in the other articles I read, it says it's closer to 270. All right, because this 100 million, I believe, is just for the bunker itself, but the land itself, I think the land alone was 70 million. Now, this land is over there in Hawaii, and that land is hella expensive, man. All right. It says Mark Zuckerberg is worth over 100 billion. What does the world's sixth richest person to do with all that money besides lighting lots of it on fire to try to bring a Ready Player One style metaverse to life? All right. So it says apparently he builds a sprawling mansion complex with massive underground bunker that sounds like a cross between BioShock and Fallout, man. All right. Now, what do all of these CEOs know, man, that we don't know? All right, going into the year 2024, we know what movie just came out. All right, this isn't suspicious at all. Of what they got going on here, man. It says that that's according to the Wired, which recently published an investigation into the grandiose construction plans, local politics, and swirl of NDAs and secrecy underpinning the Meta founder CEO's home on the Hawaiian island of Kauai. All right, now. Notice when you start looking this up, I don't have it here, but notice a lot of these places, they're remote areas on islands. Another big popular area is New Zealand. Notice these are islands landlocked around water. Why? Because anything stateside, man, is going to be harder to defend. I'll say that. All right. Now, is this a coincidence? Y'all tell me. All right, the movie Civil War is basically coming out like around April. All right after the Passover, right at the beginning of war season, which starts in March. All right. It says takes the project from eccentric billionaire paradise to video game villain level is the planned 5,000 square foot underground shelter connected to mansions. All right, via a tunnel complete with a blast door. All right, the door and the underground shelter will be constructed out of metal and filled in with concrete. Okay, it says a style common in bunkers and bomb shelters. Why it reports the compound also sports elevators, soundproof walls, secret entrances, and its own water tanks. All right, so this thing is gonna have its own energy source and everything. Basically, he'll be able to live there for the foreseeable future and never have to come out. All right. It says, or if this was a sequel to Horizon Forbidden West, which is a video game, maybe we'd finally clear the junk blocking the bunker entrance, power back up the ancient generator, and discover an entire society uploaded to the metaverse, enjoying virtual life like the apocalypse never happened. And that's very curious how they put that here in this article, man, because you are gonna have people down there with them in these bunkers, and we'll get that. I'm going to start off here in Amos, the 9th chapter, all right? Starting at verse 2, it says, I start at verse 1. I saw the Lord standing up on the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. Meaning this is going to be very perilous times, man, all right? There's a reason movies like Leave the World Behind are coming out. Go. Slovakia. And you got movies like Civil War coming out, which looks like a direct follow-up to it, man, if you ask me. All right. It says, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered, man. All right. And why does the scriptures say this, man? Because it's going to look like they're going to get away. When you see how elaborate some of these bunkers are, man, you like, goodness gracious, can't nobody get to them down there. All right. While everybody's going to be starving and fighting each other, you know, they're just going to be able to wait it out down there. And before you know it, you're going to forget who started this whole mess, which was these people, man. They started the whole thing that's going to set the world on fire and devolve it into chaos. But verse 2, it says, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So the only thing that's going to be able to get these guys is Yahushai's return, man. All right, which is a prophecy when you read the scriptures. All right, and it tells you how he's going to come, what the times will look like when he arrives, before he arrives. Okay, and it tells you what he's going to do when he gets here, man. Okay, you have to lock in and watch, because the things that are happening out in the real world are lining up with the Bible as we speak. All right, whether you believe it or not, it's going down. Okay, as Apostle Paul said, is their lack of faith mean the Most High doesn't exist? God forbid, it says, you know. So whether you believe in this thing or not, it doesn't matter. These things are coming to pass, man. All right. And then we're going to hear a bunch of crying and people flipping. All of a sudden, they're curious. All right. It says, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And that's going to be us with spiritual powers. We're going to have to go down and get all of these elites. It's not just going to be Zuckerberg. And they say half of the CEOs are doing this. But really, it's all of them, if you ask me. All right. Just only 50% of them have had their shit leaked to the media. All right. But really, all of these guys have exit plans and exit strategies. OK. All right. And they're not going to get away. And that's what the scriptures is telling you here. All right. It says, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea. All right. So they're going to be nowhere near America, man. That's how you know America is just a big trap, man. It's a big altar of a sacrifice. Everybody that's left here that ain't right is gonna be burnt up as a sacrifice. The Esau has no plans of staying here and thugging it out with you. All right. He has no allegiance to America. Only you people believe in America. All right. Esau believes in money and destruction. All right. He believes in rebelling against the Most High and trying to rewrite creation. All right. But it says, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. What is that serpent, man? I got to watch that movie, Godzilla -1, man. I heard that was a really great movie. All right. Lois will I get a chance to check it out, man. But that goes into Leviathan. All right. Which we know Godzilla is really modeled after. Okay. He's not going to be exactly like that. But, you know, the truth is stranger than fiction, man. I'll put it to you that way. When people see how this thing is going to end and go down, they're going to lose their minds, okay? The scriptures say that people are going to be fainting and wailing just when they see Yahushua return, man. Let alone all of the evil that's getting ready to come and all of the plagues getting ready to hit these people, man. People that don't believe in ghosts, all right? People that think the universe is 13 billion years old and there's no God, and there's people that are completely in a bubble that have no idea, man. All right. And their wisdom is going to be shattered in one day. All right. And you can bet on that, man. All right. And it says, and though they go into captivity, their enemies, thence will I command the sword. All right. And it says, and it shall slay them, and I will set mine eyes upon them for evil and not for good. All right. So this is pretty clear. It says, and the Lord Yahweh Bashimi Hawashai of hosts is he that toucheth the land, and it shall melt. All right. So when the nukes hit this place, all right, because you got lesser luminaries like the low-level celebrities, you know, the Floyd Mayweathers and Kanye West, they got bunkers and stuff too. But they're not going to be able to get on one of these islands. All right, they're gonna be here in America, yeah, and they're gonna be hiding down there, and the Most High gonna melt their ass down there, man. All right. And it says, and all that dwell therein shall mourn, and they shall rise up wholly like a flood, and shall be drowned as by the flood of Egypt. All right, so it's pretty clear how the Lord is going to deal with these people, man. All right. Now, the point that I was speaking on earlier is about these underground caves and tunnel systems and tunnel networks and bunkers and various things they got to hide themselves and do their wickedness in the dark. All right, this is Revelation 6, verse 15. It says, and the kings of the earth, all right, and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman. That's a good point. And every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Okay, so you're going to have men of all levels of society in these bunkers. Why? Because Mark Zuckerberg is not going to run a 5,000 square foot bunker by himself. All right, he's going to have men that down there that are lower level. All right, doing things for him, and they're gonna easily do it because they don't want to be fighting a man to the death for a case of water on the surface. All right, so you're gonna have a whole network down there, and I believe Esau probably has entire cities down there in these caves. All right, where you have basically Jake's down there, man. All right, and various other heathen, It says, hid themselves in the dens and the rocks of the mountains, all right, and said to the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth upon the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. All right, so that's what this is all about. They're running from Yahweh Shai, all right, and the day that they start their flight is going to be the day all hell breaks loose, probably a few days before, because they're going to know what's going on. But before, remember in that movie, Leave It All Behind, that guy basically said, that hedge fund guy, he knew he had a heads up, man. A few days before that, he was the head of defense, I believe. Okay. So this guy Zuckerberg has a 1,400 acre compound, man. Look at this, with 2 mansions. Okay. So it says a network of 11 disc-shaped tree houses is planned nearby. With a separate facility will house a gym, pool, tennis court, man, because these militia groups, all right, they're going to start looking for these elites, man. All right. You saw that movie Civil War, those Edomites, they were pissed off, man, because they got screwed over too, man. Their own people. All right. And that's why they're going to be in islands like Hawaii where you can't get to them, man. All right. But anyway, I just thought this was all interesting, very, very coincidental. This isn't suspicious at all that they're planning their flight. But hey, the scriptures have it written already, man. So we already know where the victory lies, and that's in the elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash, and Shalom.